god. Alright, we're gonna play this in, let's play it in, well, let's do 1080p, because it'll have to downscale to you guys. Anyways, we're gonna set it up for GoldenEye, and get going. I'm gonna Alt-Tab back over here, so that I can pick the source, game capture my summer car, bring it underneath, because it is thick, and I'm going to set the layout to 1920. By 1080 and refresh it. Here we go. I want to click right here. Okay, now I'm back in the window. If the music doesn't make me go crazy, something else will. Fuck. We gotta reopen the game. It didn't full screen. Turn off windowed mode. Alright. Yeah, I haven't played this game since I had to reset my computer not long ago. I also don't have as big of a desk, so, yeah, I might not be playing with the wheel right off the bat. So we'll make sure that we have clutch turned off for now. And shifting automatic until we get the car built. You'll see. If you haven't seen this game, oh, you are in for a treat. It is nerve-wracking. And the music just never stops. I really saw this car's color on the main screen. Yeah. I don't know finish. Oh, it wants my name. I haven't started a new save in this game in so long. Alright, so this is exactly what it looks like. If you don't know what it looks like, ask her mom. She says she won't tell you, ask your dad. If that doesn't work, ask a trusted adult. It's the miracle childbirth. This music isn't so bad. This is the last one. There are 2 radio stations in this town. I'm guessing it's the town's destiny. I don't really know. If I'm wrong, opportunities there. Something silly. Lights on. Playing this game with the lights on only makes it worse. Seriously, I will start mumbling if I play this game. Muttering. Cursing this game. Just thinking about it makes me mad. I don't know if this is auto you see another one of it's the same. It's not the same. Although the town is not. Now it's loading in that is actually look, email first. Thanks, technology. Is that 415 frames until now? It's definitely 0 frames per second right now. I'm not going to click because I'm afraid the main thread might be locked and then it'll crash. Don't actually have any experience with that happening in this game because I don't think I've ever tried it. That doesn't usually take that low either. So, we are going to go in and... we have mortality turned on. So, right down there at the bottom. Don't be lazy. Fix your dad's old car. But mom, Uncle's blue van can be loaned. Don't drink alcohol. We'll be back. Hold on, I need a drink to read this shit. Don't drink alcohol. Oh, shit. Okay, well, hold on. Don't drink alcohol. We'll come back when we get bored. Yours, Mom and Dad. I'm like 20 years old. Don't tell me not to drink alcohol. That's gotta be of the age in Finland, right? Finnish people, let me know. And then also correct me at how bad I am at driving, please. Because, you're supposed to be good drivers, but the drivers in this game say otherwise. Alright, so, we have to drive to the store now. We have a car. We don't have time to look at it or anything like that. We want to, I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm already getting mad. Unplug the phone. We're gonna leave the lights on so we can find our way back inside. If it gets dark on our way home, it's gonna suck. We only have $3,000, or what do you use in Finland? The krone? I don't really know. This is a diesel, so that's an old diesel. We actually have to crawl inside of it. Enter driving mode is literally the enter key. Okay. We're not gonna put our seatbelt on just yet because this car's battery can't die. Luckily. We're gonna enter to get out of driving mode, and we're gonna let the spark plugs warm up. That does give me time. Here's the frame of the car. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Literally, this is the shell of the car. Handling pieces. Blanking on what that piece is. There's the sub-assembly, or the cross frame, whatever you want to call it. Passenger and driver seat, irrespectively. Doesn't really matter. Body parts, here is a movable jack lift. Here's our engine mount. Here is a choice between either a back panel or a subwoofer panel. You get to choose. Here's your trunk lid. Here's exhaust muffler. There is the handbrake. Here's your fuel tank. What the fuck is this piece? Fuel pipe. Here is a more portable lift to keep in the car. Here is a really bad battery that probably will not work. Well, Maybe it can. I've never gotten it to work, but I hate my life. Hold on. Player controls. This is driving controls. Crouch is C. Okay, resume. Uncrouch. There are multiple crouch modes. Looks pretty charged. Alright, and then you've got a shit tons of inch parts. Okay, we gotta get going now. We don't have a clock. Actually, yeah, we don't have a clock. Or a watch. Okay, we got it shot. The seatbelt is actually very freaking important in real life and in this game, and we are sitting too far forward. We will have to deal with it. We have to roll down our window because otherwise we can't lean over enough to see the ignition. And it's a good thing I didn't get that trunk. Oh my god, I just took the keys out of the ignition. Hopefully this works. Alright, pull the handbrake back in. The wipers. Car controls. Auto clutch. Shift up is G, shift down is B. It looks like there's not a lot of that. Yeah. We do need to get a fuel thingy, but I'm gonna fill up on fuel later. We've got enough fuel in the inventory right now. It's actually quite better. There is problem is really for that kind of we're just not looking for it. I think I don't know first. It doesn't cross off always supposedly going this way is the shortest route. I disagree. It's definitely not an easy route. So we need to get more food. They left us with 50 I'm on the brakes. Okay. If we did not have... Sorry. If we did not have our seatbelt on... This vehicle is a lot harder This is honestly not for the one vehicle that I have. I don't know if that easiest way to the highway is actually you're turning off at that first crosswalk like you did. And then you go this way. You actually have pointers, but I don't know if you go naked first. Just pretty nice to look back and look right on the highway and stuff like that. And then you know that I'll see the left. And then I'll have my own mask. The other drivers haven't been on the yet. They will try to. See? He came out of his own on a turn into the train on this side of that. Just because I was there. Just to test it. This isn't even close to line. There is one guy who does this the official website. There's also a news slide in the water. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I don't see it anymore. There's also police officers that do that, although I don't think this vehicle can go in custody. They don't want to get off at the first exit. They have a passenger section. They want to get off at the exit. It's kind of bad easy. If we go up this way, we know as well we can come up. Right up there is a small town. So it's got one of the job sites for city council, and it's got the big head for actual accessory car, where we have the bikes and the cars. And you can buy tires with a spring. You can buy a rotor stuff. Although for now, it won't matter. What we have to do is we have to upgrade the tires to the 12 rotor tires and they'll pass tires stuff.
That sounded very cool.
Then there's two big heads that do nothing but hang out around you. And it can be fun to push on the car. You have to save the feature then. And the second I park, they're going to push on the and I think it's an accident that they have to park doing so. But they hit my car twice. They were almost going to keep it. I mean, this is open world, so who knows. But alright. Handbrake was set, I think. It would be nice to park closer to the door, but I'm not even sure I'll be able to get up here without him running me over.
Hei, onks tää nyt se Peräjärven kova jätkä olevinaan täällä? Osaaks tää mitään tehdä ja mitä tää tulee? Tää on romunsa kanssa tänne riehumaan. Ei vittu, me ei vittu jo.
Jumalauta!
Mikä sinut tänne kirkonkylälle lennätti?
Brand new, previously retained cigarette smoking addiction. One of those, please. Alright, we also wanna...
Oisko sulla kolikoilla maksu? Minä kun hävitin tuon Markkalamaan avaimen, niin minä pääsin tuohon rahasäilyyn käsiin. Minä kokeilin, jos minä saisin pelin kanssa jos osallistua.
We will need a new alternator belt. Don't need a fire extinguisher until the rally. Spray can, not that important. We need 1, 2, 3 of these. We need motor oil. Fuck, we didn't need 2-stroke oil though. I thought it was coolant. You need coolant. We need an oil filter, and we need spark plugs. Got me one of those. But we don't need any liquids either, actually. We don't need any of these unless we're making whatever that alcoholic beverage is. What down the name? Alcohol. Milk isn't that important unless Grandma wants it. We don't need more beer. As you will find out, we definitely don't need potato chips. We don't need juice concentrate unless we're making that alcoholic beverage I mentioned. Now, smoking can reduce stress, but there are better ways.
Jumalauta! Perkele!
This
Saatana!
button is the swear button.
Voi
Swear.
vittujen vittu!
Sometimes it is. We will need sorry, just buffers it on the ground.
Joo, lähdetään tuosta. Morjes.
You'll see again. Possibly, gotta make sure we don't accidentally action click that until we're home. Or ideally until we get it where we actually want it. Just want to toss it. Actually, no, I shouldn't just toss it through the windshield. Because the windshield, like I already pointed out, I broke it off. Pretty much. I have a huge advantage over anybody new to this game starting off because I know where stuff is. I know how to actually get there, not just how people describe how you get there online. And I know what needs to be done, more or less. I sort of know the controls game. These are all, no matter how big they may seem as advantages, at the most basic level of it right now, for anyone new watching this game, never seen
No morjes tiskiin ja tiskit koneeseen.
bigger than you could possibly have thought, even if you thought they were big already. The advantages, that is. Now, I think we have our,
Kiitos ja hyvää päivän jatkoa.
yeah, we have all the rest of our purchases. Letting all the AC out, aren't we? Now we have to get our seatbelt on quick because these guys literally want me dead. I don't know them, they don't really know me. But, yeah. I'm 19 years old and I never learned how to read. Seatbelt's on. Car's on. Handbrake is in. I guess I put that in before we started the car. I don't know why I'm daft like that. It's also the only automatic version. And luckily it has first and second gear that is selectable. You can't come out grab it. Really works. So hopefully all our food and stuff that we into We just died. This music. This is the music of this I love that traffic accident. Is that up top? Is that
12 vuotta täytin. Isä poltti puisen veturin. Se saunapesän tuhkattiin. Ei ollut aika kyyneliin. Isä sanoi kestää se kuin mies. Ja vaikkei juuret yllään pohjaan, ne kiinni jää tähän maaroutaiseen.
Alright, this time we're not gonna have mortality on because that sort of thing is. That's what we wanted off right there. You only have to see the scene of this load screen for that long during new game starts. Shouldn't happen again. Right when I saw the mortality thing, I was thinking, yeah, I should back out and start the game over with a turn off. But I thought, hey, you know what? Let's try it. And clearly, it doesn't last long. It's not very easy to live, and that's a less common way to die, auto accident, compared to just fucking starving to death or forgetting to piss, and then dying from that alone. That's it. We have to come in through the other door. And since we're going all the way up there, I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the, come on, let me out. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the fuel tank. Or the fuel, not the tank, the jerry can. Oh my god, what was that noise? Let me have it. And we're gonna keep the, hopefully that one's for gasoline. It might be for diesel though. See, even your steering wheel and your clutch lining and RGB lights, they're just white LEDs. They're actually labeled Christmas lights. They're even more ricer than I'd said. All the way down to individual bearings. Water pump fluid, that's not that impressive. And gasket, all that's on is one piece. It's pretty unique for a automotive building simulator. I saw this game on Steam a long ass time ago, but the photo is so misleading. My summer car is in the photo as the biggest, probably the only text, and then it's like this car, blue, I think. I know you can't even see it from here. With a trophy in front of it. It just makes it sound like you participate in like a car trophy contest or a thing. It just seems stupid, so I never looked into it. And then I looked up games in this sort of genre that I hadn't played and was like, looked into it and I was like, oh. And then I got it and I was like, I want to die. Big time. Alright, spark plug should be warmed up. We've got our doors open, let's remember that. It's dark by the time we get home. I'm gonna back into my seat a little bit more. Alright, driving mode, seatbelt. Probably a little too far back, because this is how my FOV gets control in the end. There's a lake over there. I just really hope that is the can for gasoline and not for diesel. It's just driving but that vehicle can have I've never been subjected to emissions tests.
Saatana. No mitä helvettiä?
Tästä tuttu kauppa nyt kaupoissa. Makuina suklaamokka ja cheesecake öljy. Fantastisen hyvää. Tästä Ritkekin tykkää. Tarviko Sonnisen lypsyä tai lampaasi pörintää? Sovittaja Erkki Armas Hokkanen on palveluksessanne 40 vuoden kokemuksella. Tiukat kädet ja raaka työ. Aivan vaikeudet työ. Oli Vieskan vapaamuurainen salainen vuosikokous ensi sunnuntaina. Asialistalla muun muassa uusien jäsenten teattoria ja mukaisia suunnitteiden puristuksia. Ensi sunnuntaina tutussa paikassa, älä kerro kenellekään. Kaikki kotitalouden ruoka- ja päivittäistavaran teille tarjoaa Keivon kauppa. Aliviskantien varren. Tervetuloa lukemaan läheltä ja kaukaa.
Vaivaako hävittäjä? Ei hätää. Osta uutta Pupisillä hävittäjien puisto tärpättiä. Tilaa heti numerosta 0700 525 625. Pupisi hävittäjien puisto.
I know the city of the exit here at that back. You have to move
Oli Vieskan vapaamuurainen salainen vuosikokous ensi sunnuntaina. Asialistalla muun muassa uusien jäsenten mediaattoria ja mukaisia suunnitteiden puristuksia. Ensi sunnuntaina tutussa paikassa, älä kerro kenellekään. Tarvitko Sonnisen lypsyä tai lampaasi pörintää? Sovittaja Erkki Örmäs Okkanen palveluksessanne 40 vuoden kokemuksella. Tiukat kädet ja raakatyö. Erkki Örmäs vaikeuksella.
Vaivaako hävittäjä? Ei hätää. Osta uutta Pupisillä hävittäjien puisto tärpättiä. Tilaa heti numerosta 0700 525 625. Pupisi hävittäjien
Oli Vieskan kokontakin henkilöiden yhteistyöryhmä on perustanut viimein yhdistyksen. Olette tullut ukojen kirppaamaan tai nähnyt ukoista pelottavia unia. Olipa kokemuksesi millainen tahansa, voit Alivieskan ukokontaktin ry kautta jakaa kokemuksia kaltaisesi kanssa. Ota yhteyttä meihin soittamalla numeroon 245 283 tai lähettämällä yhteystietosi meille postitse osoitteeseen Alivieskan ukokontaktin ry Nakkoja 4 925 000 Alivieskan.
Kauniterokkeet jäätelö nyt kaupoissa. Matkuille suklaamokeen cheesecake Amerikan tyyliin. Fantastisen hyvää. Tästä ihmikin tykkää. Tätä keikkaa et voi jättää tänne. Ivahan tuismassa 15. heinäkuuta. Kitsi ja Captain Jack. Lämmittelijänä Alivieskan omapoitojen haussa. Varaa nopeasti kuvattuista numerosta 0700 523 523.
Kaikki kotitalouden ruoka- ja päivittäistavaran tarpeet teille tarjoaa Keivon kauppa. Aliviskantien varren. Tervetuloa lukemaan läheltä ja kaukaa. Kovasti, että tulit.
Kauniterokkeet jäätelö nyt kaupoissa. Matkuille suklaamokeen cheesecake Amerikan
That's not my
tyyliin.
horn, okay. That's how you get stuff.
Fantastisen hyvää. Tästä ihmikin
That was
tykkää.
the HP.
Kaikki kotitalouden ruoka- ja päivittäistavaran tarpeet teille tarjoaa Keivon kauppa. Aliviskantien varren.
I really fucked it
Tervetuloa
up too.
lukemaan
In
läheltä
how
ja
much it
kaukaa.
costs, yeah.
Kovasti, että tulit.
What's the extent of damage in the video? I don't think that's a lot.
Kauniterokkeet jäätelö nyt kaupoissa. Matkuille suklaamokeen cheesecake Amerikan tyyliin.
That really worked.
Fantastisen hyvää. Tästä ihmikin tykkää.
Oli Vieskan vapaamuurainen salainen vuosikokous ensi sunnuntaina. Asialistalla muun muassa uusien jäsenten mediaattoria ja mukaisia suunnitteiden puristuksia. Ensi sunnuntaina tutussa paikassa, älä kerro kenellekään. Sinä kuuntelet Toive-radiota. Soitamme suosikkikappaleitasi ympäri vuorokauden, joka päivä, koko viikon, vuosikaudet.
So weird. Punctuated shit.
TV:stä
Jumalauta!
kääntely nyt kaupoissa. Makuina suklaamokka ja cheesecake Amerikan tyyliin. Fantastisen hyvä. Tästä Ritkekin tykkää.
Alivieskan vapaamuurareiden salainen vuosikokous ensi sunnuntaina. Asialistalla muun muassa uusien jäsenten initiaatioriittejä ja kultaisia suihkeiden puristuksia. Ensi
I'll get it every
sunnuntaina
time.
tutussa
I
paikassa.
do want to flip this
Älä
guy
kerro
off before I go so I can
kenellekään.
actually beats the shit out of me. Especially if he beats me up.
Onko kupinaa karvaosastossa? Vaivaako häpytäin? Ei hätää. Osta uutta Pumisille häpytäiden poista tärpäyksiä. Tilaa heti
M.
numero 0700 525 625.
Sä oot kyllä yks kyrväsyy.
Hei, onks tää nyt se
Voi
Peräjärven
saatana!
kova jätkä
Säkin
olevina
kotiin.
täällä? Onks tää, osaaks tää mitään tehdä ja mitä tää tulee? Tää romusen kanssa riehuma. Ei vittu, me ei nyt vittu jo.
Tervetuloa te... Kun sinäkö se vaan olitkin?
Huh. This guy's actually team out, sorry. Then I know even less about
ja vaivaako armoton
We're not
kappale?
gambling today.
Ei
Motor
hätää.
oil.
Ilokaasu ojutkangas
3
on
things a
avannut
great clutch
uuden
foot.
klinikan
Let's go with
Ouluun.
4.
Enää ei tarvitse
alternator
matkustaa
belt,
Helsinkiin asti,
coolant,
vaan apu löytyy Oulun
a battery.
Hittalainen kun minun pesukone rikki ja minulla on viimeiset puhtaat kalsuset menossa. Oho, siinä taisi kyllä mennä viimeisetkin.
Iloinen viesti.
Oh, mosquito sprays are great. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a thing of mosquito sprays. Put my stuff up on the counter. The last one I will take outside.
Joo, lähellään tuo.
We get Google from home to buy a couple days later. It's not really our friend now. But it's in a store. I'll put this in a store. I didn't really respond to that.
Vitu mulkku.
Haista poika ite.
The show looked like the shopping bags like fuck off. That's what I want. There's still one last thing.
kautta jakaa kokemuksia kautaisuuden kanssa. Ota yhteyttä meihin soittamalla numeroon 245 283 tai lähettämällä yhteystietosi meille postitse osoitteeseen Alivieskan kontatti ry 4 92 00 Alivieskan.
That shit box is crazy. That's diesel is good.
Sortisi lypsyä tai lampaasi pöydällä. Lomittaja Erkki Örmäs Hokkanen on palveluksessanne 40 vuoden kokemuksella. Liuskat kädet ja raakat Erkki Örmäs oikeuden lyö.
Alivieskan ufokontaktihenkilöiden yhteistyöryhmä on perustanut viimein yhdistyksen. Oletko tullut ukojen
So the hardest things to
sieppaamaksi
do are
tai
these
nähnyt
last
ukoista
fights.
pelottavia unia? Olipa kokemuksesi
And the
millainen tahansa,
mounting of the engine into
Katos päivä, no mitäpä laitetaan? Siis saatana, nyt saatana tulit ja panu vittut ja ne turha tulla nää ikinä takaisin.
Postitse osoitteeseen alivieskannan ry, toimittaja 4 925 00 alivieskan.
That's what gets me is how much shit I really put in.
Tarviko Sonnisi lypsyä tai lampaasi pörintää? Lomittaja Erkki Armas Okkanen on palveluksessanne 40 vuoden kokemuksella. Liuskat kädet ja raaka työ. Erkki Armas, vaikeudet lyö.
Waiting for this light right here to go off.
Tätä keikkaa et voi jättää väliin. Nivalan Tuisulassa 15. heinäkuuta. E-Type, DJ Momo ja Captain Jack. Lämmittelijänä alivieskan oma poika Rauski. Varaa nopeasti oma lippusi numerosta 0700 52 34 523. Tuisulassa nähdään.
And to correct something I said earlier that I just realized, they're not, and I said
Kaikki kotitalouden ruoka- ja päivittäistavaran teille tarjoaa Heimopuolella tien varrella. Tervetuloa tukemaan läheltä ja kaukaa.
Alivieskan kontaktihenkilöiden yhteistyöryhmä on perustanut viimein yhdistyksen. Olette tullut ukojen sieppaamaan tai nähnyt ukoista pelottavia unia. Olipa kokemuksesi näistä asiasta kautta jakaa ja kautta esimerkiksi. Ota yhteyttä soittamalla numeroon 283 tai lähettämällä yhteistyöryhmien
this game is not representative of what you guys want to play.
Päätätä matkalla aiheuttamaan. Ei hätää. Ruokaa suorikannas on avasi 6 kuukan aamuun. Eväistä matkustaa Helsinkiin asti.
Satana. Oi vittujen kevät. Oi saatana. Oi vittujen kevät. Oi saatana. Vittujen jumalauta. Satana.
He doesn't want me to hit that guy. I could have put him See what I mean? When I was stressful this game, it was not super that fun. Just speeding and deciding to play this game right.
12 vuotta täytin.
Isä poltti puiseen veturiin.
Yeah, that was our first game save. Yeah, no, this is a really, really shitty situation to be in. This is the cemetery I was talking about. That is the one grave, our grave. We don't even get a second grave or a third grave. I never liked this guy. I don't know his name. He has a name though. So, this is the fucking piece of shit that killed us, too. Of all people, this guy's rarely on the highway and his car is slow as shit, and he actually killed us.
Painu helvettiin. Vittu. Haista vittu.
Now we gotta walk. Actually, there is a way to sleep without being in a bed, but it requires being at max fatigue. I've never taken the bus, so I don't actually know if we can just get in the bus and, in a sense, just arrive. Sorry, I don't know if we can just get in the bus and wind up at our, and get out wherever we want to. I think we have to get out at another bus stop, and that is actually the only bus stop I really know of. Like, you see the buses on the highway, you see the bus come in there. Occasionally, we don't have to literally wait for the next bus. The bus might not be able to ever make another rotation, because it might be stuck behind my crash car. The bus might not let me off at my stop, and just a bunch of issues. So we gotta walk that entire distance. I think we'd even cross the bridge. It's a long walk.
Saatana!
Hunger and our thirst aren't too high. Our fatigue's nice and low, so we're gonna keep running. You can hitchhike in this game, but it's never a good idea. The one guy that will pick up hitchhikers, first of all, as far as I know, doesn't drive on the highway. He drives on the back roads, between the road that goes to town, the back road that goes to the town, and the, which is why I try to just use the highway despite it being slightly more probable that I'll get in an accident. It's less likely. Like, there's a higher frequency of, times I can get into an accident. The risk is lower at the same time. Because the guy that drives on the back roads is always drunk. Like, you get in his car, he's not wearing a seatbelt, he'll start driving before you can put yours on. I'm not even sure you can put yours on his vehicle. I think there's a missing seatbelt for your seat. And there are just Kilju, or Kiju, that's the alcohol sign, bottles all over the footwells. And it is not good. You can die in his car, you can die because of his car. Yeah, it's a shitty world we live in. Our thirst is already really high. So this isn't something I like to discuss. But in my darker moments in this game, I discovered an alternative thirst quencher. But unfortunately, we don't really have enough of it. You can drink your own urine and it deflates your thirst and brings back in a fair amount of the same urine, thanks to the law of conservation of mass. And also, like, I don't know, the fucking, the hepatic system? How does it go through the liver? I think it does go through the liver. Like drinking in general. Almost like 100,000% sure. We might die of thirst. We didn't buy any
didn't buy any liquids when we bought that food and stuff. And the stuff we bought is salty. Not the saltiest, but salty. There doesn't seem to be a pond over here anyways. Although I'm not sure that you can drink out of a pond by heating up like you can out of running water faucets. Not good. I don't know if being in the shade helps the thirst, but I'm doing my best. The most we can hope for is getting to our car and getting home. If that doesn't succeed, we might have to open up a program called My Summer Car Game Editor, which we can edit our saves with. And that might be able to put us at our vehicle. The easiest thing to do normally is to move your vehicle with that program, is moving your vehicle to you. But our vehicle has items inside of it that will no longer be inside of it. They will stay at almost the same coordinates that the vehicle that they are at within the vehicle right now. But the Y coordinate will change. They will end up. Yeah, our dirtiness is danger red. I don't think we can die from that though. It just makes us stressed out. But we are getting close in thirst. But the items will fall, so their Y coordinate goes down a little bit. But other than that, X and Z, yeah, we'll losing those items. I mean, we might be able to find them, but they're gonna be on the fucking highway. We could move those items too, but there's a lot of them because the bags will end up breaking open too. If it hasn't already, which it may have. And I think we're gonna die of thirst next. Yeah, we're gonna die of thirst. So here's what we gotta do. We gotta hard close the game so that it doesn't give us another save. And we gotta start the game back up. And reload that death save. I'm trying to do this without needing my summer car editor. It's not easy. Normally I'd try and keep the vehicle sorry. Had a bit of a wedgie. I'd normally try and keep the vehicle like the moped, the two-stroke scooter or whatever, over right around here. Like you can pick that boy up, toss it in the trunk of your van or in the backseat of the vehicle. Pretty much. The van's the best way to go. And then when you come up here into town, you leave the you leave the bike right around here. Even running on the dirt doesn't always ease my mind. Okay, they're closed. It's too late. Our only option for cutting down on thirst is to buy. Tänään meillä on erikoistarjous kaljasta. Kun ostaa yhden kaljan, niin saa ostaa seuraava samaa hintaan.
Päivistä ei oo mitään jäljellä, mutta aikuisuuteen jotain parempaa.
Helppoa kanssa ollaan menty joskus.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab
Oli laudasta, loi käärmeelle pohjaan.
it doesn't bring our thirst down.
Amerikasta asti talolla tilattu. Tennis kevään ensimmäinen paljas kohtaus. Yhdessä hymyssä kesä pilattu. Radan varren metsään kaljat piilotettiin. Ja paljain takamuksi jurjeteerun.
Kyllä sinulta on noin nuoreksi mieheksi ihan miehen otteet tuohon kaljaluun.
Asia maulastin. Joku lukiolainen se parhaankin maniski.
Helvetti osallistuuko minä johonkin rikokseen, minä tämä tulee antaa.
Mutta helppoa on tehdä noin niin. Helppoa on vähän semmoinen
Sä oot kyllä yks kyrvän syylä.
You see what you've caused. Oh, I flipped off the wrong guy, but still, they're the same level of asshole. We're a little drunk. Not the end of the world. We gotta space this beer out, though. We're gonna want to drink it once we're driving. Literally once we're driving. So that we don't get too drunk to be able to fucking drive, let alone forget about driving. To be able to start the car, put our seatbelt on, and, you know, put the handbrake in. It's really hard to do when you're shit-faced in this game, because you go, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's actually not like wobble left and right. I can't do that when I'm not in drive mode. It's really hard to pick something, even though your mouse pointer is always at the center when you're sober-ish. The center moves itself around. It's randomly. It's not like, you know, one direction where you can kind of just trail it and lead it. With the cursor to click on at the right moment. A lot harder than that. You go like, whoa, yeah. That's what being drunk is like, I guess. I don't know. I'm only a 19-year-old in the year 1995. How could I know what it's like to drink obviously? This beer? This is for tossing at cars. That almost killed me. Okay, I'm not a little drunk. I think that 70 mile per hour or 70 kilometer per hour sign is, unless it's not a speed limit sign, is for trucks. That would be cool if that's the case. That would explain why the bus drives so fucking slow. I think we're gonna make it this time. We dropped our thirst down with that first beer, cut our fatigue out, brought our urine up in case we need a backup drink, and we're carrying a beer. This isn't how I wanted this to go. Honestly, what I should have done was just restarted the whole game again, and then driven a lot slower on the way home. I mean, I wasn't going too fast. I wasn't even going the speed limit yet, but that's all it takes to die. It's an asshole. That's why it's nice once you get the racing harness in your car, if you choose to get it. Well, you gotta have the roll cage first, and ideally before you even start buying that shit, because the roll cage disqualifies you along with the bucket seats and well, actually the seat's fine, it doesn't matter. And the harness, though, disqualifies you from passing your vehicle inspection. So it's best to save that for after you have the vehicle inspection done. And honestly, the best thing to do is to hook your car up to the van via the tow hooks with the towing cable, and tow it behind the van on the back roads. And you want to get that cable short so it doesn't have any swing in it. Tow it on the back roads like the whole way there. Because the vehicle inspection place is like right around the corner from the shop and the bar that we were just at. And you don't want anything going wrong on that drive up there and ruining the car. So when you fail the fucking test, and the only way to fix it is to bring it all the way back to the auto body shop. Most likely what would happen. Whether you could break an engine part or suspension failure along the way. That's why once I get the ratchet set unlocked, I always keep that in the car, and then I keep the screwdriver and the basic wrench set in the garage at home. Basically, I don't want to open in the car. The ratchet set's the best choice for any use, though. But the wrench set's all you get first. The ratchet set's so much quicker and so much easier to use.
Jumalauta!
We're gonna hold off on drinking this beer still. We got a little bit further we can go with this amount of thirst before this beer becomes better drop. But you know, just a small amount. Decrease in thirst in order to barely keep us alive. We're gonna drink it right before that threshold starts. Which is coming up. We still got some time. I am sorry for how slow the start of this game is going. I promise you, once we get home with these parts, it is going to be like bam, bam, bam. Because if we die at home, I mean, we just close the game out and reload our most recent saves pretty much. That's a bigger punishment than walking home. I think we can actually take the bus from home. Assuming it doesn't let us out along the way, then it must just auto jump to being dropped off at home. The bus never goes up the street. And it never goes up anywhere near the streets that connect here. The nearest highway exit is not walking distance. It's even longer than the distance that I think I crashed my car at. Fuck, I think I may have crossed the bridge. God damn.
Saatana! Painu helvettiin.
That's how people hitchhike, though, isn't it? They put the thumb out. So that is for hitchhiking. But then when you drive past them, they flip you off from the back, don't they? And keep walking backwards. That's right. Isn't that how it's done? Ah, it's gone. Let's get away from it before someone drives over it and fucking ricochets into our head. As you can see, we are barely buzzed right now. We're in a little lobby. And our car is probably so shot to shit by now, it's probably going to hit over and over again. Vehicles are continuing to come around the highway, so it can't possibly be blocked. Like, the lanes can't possibly be blocked. Like, they are making full circuits around the highway. Like, none of these vehicles, other than the fucking asshole who hit me and his friend, ever get off the highway. In the bus. Besides those three vehicles, they always drive through. And hopefully the techno guy is nowhere near, because he will probably intentionally run off the road to hit us here. He has no respect for anybody. A lot like me. Unreal. But you can imagine. We couldn't carry more than one drink, unfortunately. If we can't pull this off, then and get home and have a drink of water and take a piss to save and then reload the game. And you actually have to go use the toilet to save the game. So you gotta always remember not to hold anything when you save the game, because it'll fall right in that toilet or that other house is full. Not fun picking it out of the water. Sort of like trying to grab something out of the toilet and fall out in New Vegas. Worst way to get water or radiation damage from drinking.
Painu helvettiin.
Oh no, not that key. Hey, you're a bus. That bus just left town too, didn't it? We're running, but I mean, we're gonna mainly gain fatigue and thirst from running this. I'll walk it off. See what that does for me. I think we're coming up on the car. I think it would have been pushed this way, like, because he came and hit us right on here, so we should have been, our vehicle should have been pushed off the road this direction. What really pisses me off is that, like, if you go and take a ride with the drunk driver, you are literally rolling a dice. The game takes a random number, it rolls a number. On every turn and twist and obstacle around you, whether or not he's gonna hit it and kill both of you, and he will die in it with you. And you can actually kill him if you wear your seatbelt and hit him and he hits you or whatever. Just right, not enough to kill you with your seatbelt on. He will die. Next day, he's back driving around drunk as shit again. Although it is cool to kill him if you want some free alcohol, because you can strong ass spirit. This was never my intention, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if we can adjust our own location on a save file. Like in editing the save file. But that might be what has to happen. Like if we hit red on thirst, we're just gonna go ahead and go and get our shit together. Whether we end up at the van or the van ends up with us at the store. It doesn't matter. Oh, and then I'll also have to move all the parts from that we bought up there. Either way, I've got to do something. We're about to hit red on thirst. And there's just no way we can drive home on red on thirst and manage to drink some water. And it's just going to be a huge disappointment and super big frustration if we get all the way home and we die. And yeah, then we have no vehicle to get home with at all. So I'm going to go ahead and quit to the menu. Save. I'm going to go ahead and find the... I'm actually going to have to download it because from the last time from last time I played the game, which means it's on my computer. Let's see, my summer car. If this song is public domain, I want this playing when I'm AFK on stream. Guaranteed. Because it's nice for short spend. Hit in no time at all. So go ahead and extract all these files. You can see what I'm doing. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if I'm that big of a deal There's no right way to play this game. It's bad no matter what you do. I mean, it's enjoyable. It didn't work. Yes. usually end up really far away from me for really bad choices that I make. I use my Summer Car editor sparingly, but it's a necessity. How you like them apples? Where are we though? Right before the bridge. I was right. But it was a long walk and it's still a good amount of a drive home. So that crash threw a lot of shit out our window. It also opened our bag of food and whatnot. So I'm gonna go in the back. Well, I'm gonna open the sliding door right here. Hop on in. Come on. I'm gonna make sure that these don't fall through the wheel well. It shouldn't happen, right? But they also shouldn't clip into it, especially not that much. Here's mosquito spray. That is not an object that we can touch. Alright. Make sure we have the trunk shut. Alright. Alright, here we go. Seatbelt on. Headlights on. Ignition warming up. Put the parking brake partially in. And let's give it some throttle. Roll down our windows. I thought that was coming actually. Oh, they did. There you go. Put it in reverse. Have it on you, dude. Probably gonna hit that with their head and back. Brain damage is real. Good brain damage, and I was gonna tell you it's too near life. I really hate this stuff all the time. That was only one of the There's been times where I thought I was going to be good, but I was on the bridge so hard that I locked it up. And I'm not going to do it. And that was a really good place for me. I've been slowing down in anticipation of the rules allows cars behind me to sneak up and decide to go and fuck around and slow and maintain it. We're not this highway. bothers me is that in order to nail a catalog, you have to take it to the store. Right at the door of the store, you can see it. You can see that there's a right at the door. There is a mailbox. You have to take your little catalog mail. Pick up your order in a few days. You have to go all the way up. And you pay for them. You pay for them. Instead of, you can have a mailbox here where it goes. Where you're going to find your bill. But you can't mail it there, you can't be shipped around it. That was a mailbox. That was one of the reasons I was very good. Always mailboxes. Although I tend not to put those because I keep trying to talk to somebody that goes off. Although it was sooner or later I'm going to have to. I keep trying to point it. There you go. Sooner or later we're going to have to plug the phone back in so that people start calling us for the house. Well, we made it. What's important is we get some of this food inside ASAP, and this is working. It's pretty annoying. I'm just gonna try and lean into the fridge. Actually, that's a really bad idea because I'll end. What? It's that one on the left of the table. Oh my god, what a good throw. Probably should pull up a little further. It's too late now. Just be a waste of time at this point. I was gonna say it's a risky move to try and drop it here because it might end up underneath the fridge and we might never see it again. Hopefully that one's not out of reach. There are a few time management tips I want to point out right now. Right now my thirst is moderate-ish, low moderate, but yeah. Somewhere right around here, this is the sauna. Right here, we can turn on the, we may want to make sure it's in bath mode. Turn on the water and look at my thirst. It goes down. We actually have to be out of this, otherwise we'll fill up with piss really quick because we continue drinking even though we're not thirsty. Because we are a caveman. An Encino man more so, because we're not in the right era, are we? 1995? We have cavemen then? Yeah, we had cavemen. So we had to have. There's gonna be somebody out there watching the stream in the future who's like, oh my god, you're so stupid. You didn't have cavemen, you were so stupid. Alright, we did a little bit of a numb there. I don't feel bad. Alright, so you'd think what we want to do is get started on the car. No. What we want to do is get started on that fucking engine. Alright, so we're gonna keep this right about here. We're gonna go ahead and move our headlights a little over here. We have a decent level of fatigue right now. We're gonna save our sleep for when we have a little more fatigue and it's a little later at night. Otherwise we're gonna wake up and it's gonna be pitch dark and it's so hard to navigate, and then our whole sleep schedule's off for the rest of the game. I'm gonna move the air filter container over here. And we can't move the catalog over, unfortunately, but we're gonna open that up, and those are spanners. I hate these so much, and the ruler's not that useful either, but I didn't actually want to pick it up. Just wanted to click on it for emphasis. For emphasis. There's the black. There's the blacky black. Alright, first thing that goes on the block. I don't remember. It's not a head gasket. Is it? I think the first thing we want are the pistons. Grab piston 1. Rotate it upside down. Can you see how frustrating this is now? Because this is nothing. This ain't shit yet. I don't think that the piston's the first thing that goes on here. Is it the head gasket? Is it really the head gasket that goes on first? It'll go on, but that doesn't mean it's the first part. The piston can fit over it, then the gasket comes down. Getting things just right is the secret to the game. I'm gonna have to pull out. I'm not a mechanic. I'm gonna have to pull this up. I'm also not a mechanic that told them how to build an engine in this game. So there are some things that are off, and it's also lost in translation here and there. I'm just gonna look at the official website. Whoa, Google's got a cool picture right now. Oh, I thought it was a giant robot. Never mind, it's not that cool. It's just football. Thought it was a guy like hanging out with his robot pal, but it was just a bunch of guys in different shirts in a huddle against each other that made it look like a robot was shading, and then some guy off on the side crouching near them. Let's go ahead and take the gasket off. Oh my god, I'm never gonna find that, am I? Not if I don't know what that is. We're getting close to when we want to sleep. Not just yet. Both in the game and in real life, actually. More so in real life than in the game. It's getting pretty late here. We want to get the crankshaft. Oh my god. That's the carb. I'm just trying to see it here. I'll know when I see it. Here we go. And in order to get that in there, there's going to have to be upside down. See, I do know a little bit about cars. Well, I know a fair amount about cars. I know a little bit about building engines. Crankshaft into the engine block, and then the pistons. Duh. But first off, we want the main bearings. Or the crankshaft caps, as you might know them. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the others. I think that these are 8mm. Our battery is lower than it was when we left. It's not good, is it? Not that one, but this one. Bitch, what the fuck? Yeah, they are definitely 7mm. Wait a minute. I think we're missing a bearing. 3, 6. Where the hell is their other bearing? Getting these just right is such a pain in the ass. Sometimes, not so much. Other times, absolutely so much. It's a 9mm, isn't it? The first one I picked up that I said not you. The guide I'm reading's not quite right. It's alright. This is where all the fucking frustration comes in, is getting the right spanner. That's why the ratchets are a little nicer, because they're quicker to go in anyways. Some of these take a lot of screwing. A lot of turning the mouse wheel. It's just about as bad, because it puts a lot of stress on my forearm. More than it would to turn a fucking wrench, that's for sure. More than it does, for me, at least. At least for me. Okay, they're all in. Now we can go ahead and put in our pistons, but in order to put pistons in, and I can't assume that we're missing a bit of bearing anymore since they had that other number wrong too. Yeah, let's pick this up straight on. I think I just saw proc there. Yep. Okay, let's grab the rest of the pistons and then we'll have to find piston caps. Or, yeah, piston caps or piston bearings, whatever the game wants to call it. I just saw one go off. There we go, we can put it right here. We are on a roll, my dudes. Come with the caps on them. Here, let's go ahead and grab a 7mm. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm already losing my mind. It's starting. I'm gonna do a little bit more than this, and then I am going to bed so that I am not actually more mentally unstable than I can handle. Than I think I can handle. Than I say I think I can handle. We're getting there. Was not expecting it to go this smoothly, ignoring our first death in the mortal mode and ignoring the death on the highway because of douchebag Rick. I don't know his actual name, but not that important. Just making sure these are all tight. All right. Next up would be, I think we could do the oil pan. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the head gasket on there. It's right next to us. There you go. Let's put the head on it. Not that one. The rocker cover. I've known that as the head cover. Should make this a little more confusing, but... See, they look like they're in a lot of the time. They still have more to go. Come on, come on, come on. See, that's why I was saying the mosquito spray could be nice. That was a good deal for the price. That would be an interesting thing to do to this game, to modify it myself, too, because there are no mods for this game that I know of. To put in things like the store having sales on certain items. Could be randomized, could be on a schedule. Like it could be that during rally week, or during rally day, the beer is buy one get one. And in other words, the beer is half off. As long as you buy an even amount. Either way, it's about the same deal. One of them's obviously a better deal because you don't have to buy more of it to get the deal. But, yeah, that could be an interesting concept in it. So, it's about time to go to bed in the game, and then about time to go to bed in real life. But we finally got a game stream going that's, much more entertaining, I'm sure. This is actually, going to be pretty funny to watch me play. Once I get the car together for the first time, and then just trying to get shit done. It's going to be pretty funny. The amount of times I will die from just like falling into a fucking septic tank. Hopefully I don't make that mistake, but I probably will drop the hose into it every now and then, like, disconnect it from the truck. Let's grab the rocker shafts. And let's go ahead and swap out for an 8mm. But we will go to bed in the game after we drop this on here because there are a lot of rocker shafts. This has always terrified me, coming into this place in the dark. I don't know why. There are no jump scares in the game. And the more that I say the word jump scare, I start to think that there is a jump scare, but I really don't remember there being a jump scare in this game. But it is one of the reasons I will sleep with the lights on in this game. That's for damn sure.
Oh,
he speaks English for that. Oh, did we sleep for just the right amount of time? Nice. Go ahead and turn some of the lights off. All of the lights off. I'm not sure what light switch controls that one. I guess it was that light switch does both of them. We might want this light on still. It's a little dark in the garage. I'm not moving outside to do this. But anyways, we didn't do the screws on here. There aren't as many as I thought either apparently. I think there's some tuning screws on here to get rid of engine knock. We'll handle those when we get to them. I think these screws maybe don't actually audibly bottom out beyond that point. If those are the tuning screws, but they continue to turn, which is why the ratchet sits so much better because the ratchet itself snaps, and you can also prevent scrolling back up by accident. Sometimes I'll end up rolling it back up, and when they're not audible, I don't know. See, it happens. Well, I'm almost trying to do it at this point. It's also a newer mouse than I played last with. Same type of mouse pretty much, but it's a newer model of it. Camshaft 2.5. I don't know where that number came from. 2.5 something. Get in. I feel like this isn't the best way to put a camshaft in a car. Fuck me. They're smaller. There we go. This is actually going pretty well. Pissing them off that we can't. So let's go shower real quick before we get even more bugs. I hate the layout of the house so much. First looks like I go do an X-ray. Nope, because there's a pantry. I don't keep food in the pantry. It's hard to get in here. Dark. piss all over the place. Oh, that won't be home until we get bored. It's not all mouth. Turkey chucky. It's so fucked up. But they thought of everything. And if you pick too much. I have no tea left. Okay, she put in tea. And you can only imagine. Like, we're gonna stay up. It goes up. Well, it's down. Down.
Mitä helvettiä? Tänään vittujen vittu.
People claim you can die in a house fire. I'm not shutting down properly. But it's not really that likely to happen. And we just took a shower at the dark, in the dark. What is that? Is that a map of Finland? Huh. Doesn't look like Finland to me. That's weird. Yeah, that must be a mosquito. Oh well.
Ei saatana. Oi vittu. Mitä helvettiä?
I'm pressing the N key right now to swear.
Oi
saatana. But we get our
saatana.
stress up, not even into the red, and he will not stop doing that. Once our stress gets all the way up into the red, it is like we have a hangover. Everything shakes like this, and we start stressing every fucking time we stop stressing. We've started the next one already. And it gets very, very frustrating. Okay, so we got our camshaft in. Go ahead and grab the camshaft gear, and we're gonna need the first time we need the tin mill. It's actually impossible to lose this, oddly enough, unless you lose all of them. That is where it stops being realistic, I believe. The camshaft gear. We probably shouldn't tighten it down all the way. Oh, actually. Okay, so this is how you tune a camshaft. There is a tooth on here somewhere. And unfortunately, we have to bring it all the way around to find it. There's a tooth on this here where it should have an arrow pointing to it. That might be the one coming up. Or it might be that one down there. But you want it to align with the same arrow from, I think it's this one coming up. Yeah, it's much more definitive. You want it to align with the alternator's arrow. Unfortunately, I just fucked it up because I loosened it. But I don't think that's where the alternator will align. We won't know for a little bit. Probably won't put that in until the engine's in the car. Next up is the chain, the timing gear. Here's the timing gear. It's not fun. You'd want this to line up basically down here, which would mean you'd have to do it with the timing gear off. You want that arrow over there, just coming around, to line up with that, assuming that the alternator lines up there too. That's not the alternator belt though, so. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our timing cover plate, which I don't think is any of those. It's not this one, is it? It's our engine plate. It should be much more of a boxy look to it. Let me know if you know who that is. But, alright, we've got a phone call. I hope it's not Grandma.
Oi, meidän jällikakaivo olisi ihan täyttä ase. Tullisiks putsailemaan sen?
Okay.
Et jos viitteisit tullaan, niin...
They will not shut up, honestly. Unless you have to hang up on them. You can say like that, or you can say like, yep, or like, okay. Uh-huh. But,
Voi vittujen vittu! Mene säkin kotiis.
yeah, this is one in Parajarvi. Which is, we live like somewhere over here. So, to get to Parajarvi, this is all Parajarvi, so that must be the town. Alright. Anyways, we still have our 10 mil in hand. The phone just ringing here? Jesus. Okay, we want the second to smallest. 6 mil is what it is. And before I start pulling these all in, I want to know exactly how many there are so I can count them off. So there are a lot. 6 of them. And I'm going to go ahead and rotate this closer to me so this is not as big of an ordeal. That is so much simpler. It's not in all the way yet. There we go. That's 1. And that's 2. That's 3. That's so much easier. That's 4. I'm going to turn my mouse sensitivity down pretty low. There we go. Just scrolling at high speed kind of makes me shake my mouse. Or I shake my mouse when I do it. There we go. Now you tell me that's at 800 DPI. A little late. 1, 2, I stopped counting, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to make sure there isn't a 7th one that's hiding. Okay. Turn your mouse back up. 3450 DPI. And next up is... This still isn't even the interesting part. This is just really tricky because there's so many parts. And what really gets me is the size of the screwdrivers and the size of the bolts that go into them. It's hard for me to eyeball it when it's on my screen, honestly. And it can often be that you have the right one and you're just at the wrong angle, so trying all of them doesn't really help you. Some of them don't even highlight when you have the right one. And you're in the right place. And they still also don't make a sound, so it's even worse. And that a lot of that's intentional. In the game, it's not a failed development aspect or a lack of a certain aspect or anything. It's intentional. Not for realism, but just to make the game more frustrating. Alright, we want the water pump, which is a size higher. That's 2 sizes, there you go. The water pump is, that's the alternator. That is our carb. Do I look stupid yet? I just don't see it up here. That's not it. That's the distributor for the ignition. That's the water pump, right? Right here. That's the drive gear. I was talking about the oil thing now. That's our gearbox. I don't see it here. Starter. It's a clutch, and that's the brake cylinder over here. There's our water pump. I'm sure somebody's gonna be watching this like, how could you not have seen it? You went right by it 10 times. That was my own fault. I hit it by accident. Sort of by accident. I don't know. Self-sabotage? Maybe? Hopefully not. DPI again. I also need to turn up my lift sensitivity on my mouse just so that this doesn't rattle it so much. It's an issue I get with Arma too when I'm aiming. So that my lift sensitivity, I haven't set it up for this new mouse yet. It weighs a lot more, so I don't need it as high as I used to keep it, but it's still at 0. It's not really checking for lift. Like, that's at a low DPI. It's just lifting my mouse straight up. So I definitely need to fix that up a bit. Until it feels like I used to use the mouse at when I had my previous mouse. Crouch all the way down and get back up. Next up is the distributor. It's a 6mm, single 6mm. And I screw distributors in. It's gonna go in, it's gonna go in right here, isn't it? Right there, yeah. Right in that hole that my cursor's covering. See it? Yeah, see, I know what I'm doing. I just don't like doing it. I do not see. I saw the screw on top of it. Or was that underneath of it? It's underneath of it. Did it say that it's, I think the guide's saying 6mm, yeah. But it doesn't make a mention that it has a screw on it. That's definitely a screw. Turn that DPI back down. There is supposedly a 6mm in here. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, it must have been a typo again. So there's a lot of these in here, so it's not that useful. Alright, we need to grab an alternator, and then we have to run out to the van. Our alternator is right here. Ooh. We don't want to tighten it down yet, because we don't have the fan belt attached. That's what the guide calls it. It's definitely not a fan belt, it's an alternator belt. That's even what the game calls it. I don't know what the disconnect is from. The fan belt that we are given a fan belt somewhere around here, but it is so prone to snapping. Maybe we're not even given one. I don't know. I don't think we bought a new alternator when we bought the parts, did we? They would end up back here. Let's go get some peats. Not a big deal. Not sure how badly we need a new alternator. That early on, like, yeah, this alternator's trash, but... I want to try and get this tuned just right so that we don't have belt squeal by the time it's in the car. So a little mistake there. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting the fan belt attached. Is there another part that needs to go between it and the alternator? I'm going to go ahead and tighten the alternator's bolts, such as a 7mm bolt. We're just not going to tighten the screw yet so they can still rotate. That one's not the right bolt. There's a 7mm back here on it. Not that I want me to use. That must be a 10mm right there. Looks nothing like the size of the other 10mm we had. It's a lot smaller. Okay, that's a 10mm. And then we still have a 7mm on here somewhere, in addition to the screw that's up there where it's rotating. This screw right here. We don't want to tighten that down yet, though. Where the fuck is the 7mm? I know it has a 7mm. Cause like I can. Maybe it doesn't. It's not falling off. This is one of the trickier parts of putting the car together, is that there's only a certain range that the alternator can be set for, where the belt can still connect to it, and there's like only a few places you can point at, and only like 1 or 2 rotations that the belt can be at, and only 1 or so places you can grab the belt at to get it to attach. This is one of the trickiest parts, and then you still have to tune the alternator and shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna look it up real quick. About to bend over on the ground to pick my alternator belt up. Like in real life, I was about to bend over for it. There we go. Full detail instructions for installing this thing. I know the obvious answer is take it out of the package, but that's not it. Bring it all the way to the water pump. We got that. Maybe it has to be in the car. And it should also go to the crankshaft pulley, which, believe it or not, we never put on the car. That's pretty stupid, huh? Was that an 11mm? Whoa, I got it by name. All right. There will only be a check arrow when we get it right. The hand that pops up is really distracting, so it makes it look like something's floated. It gives off the fact that something's changed, but it's not right. I'm gonna go ahead and save putting this in for when we got the engine in the car, just in case that's what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done? Water pump pulley. Grab some 7mm. 7mm. If I had 4 hands, sure, go for it, but I don't. Oh, and look, here's the 7mm on the alternator. That would have been hard to find in the car. I think that's actually one of the bolts I always forget to get when I do it with it in the car already. It was very hard to spot in the car. So there's a fair amount of fake bolts in there. So checking them all with every screwdriver is tricky. especially once it's in the car and you can only get a few angles on it without dropping it out of the car by sitting on it. They claim that there is a 6mm on the distributor. All I found was a screw, which I screwed in. Alright, they should all be good here. So, let's do the fan belt. Easy peasy. Now then, I'm going to tune the fan belt. I'm going to tune the alternator, that is. Alright, right there. If it squeals, we'll have to fix it, but we won't know until it's in the car. I am going to go ahead and tighten this all the way. Alrighty, stand it back up. Get some water going, because the boy will be thirsty. Alright. Now then, what we want to do is we want to get a few more parts on this, and then we're going to set up the engine bay and some of the wiring so that we can just scoot right through building the car. Because we're going to spend a lot of time getting that engine mounted into the car, and I don't want to really. I don't really want to waste time on the end of this stream doing that, because it might not give me sleep if I stay up trying to do it. It'll get harder the more tired I get, that's for sure. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and grab the engine plate, which is right here, and stand all the way up. And we're going to grab our starter and a 7mm. Sorry, the starter's over here. Honestly, I think our dad is like super irresponsible for just like I don't know. If my dad did this, my mom would be like, "Can you get that fucking piece of shit out of our fucking driveway? We can't even use a garage because you turned it into a Jiffy Lube." She would actually probably say exactly those words. Almost as if she's already said it, but she hasn't, that I know of. Not in my presence. Get in my engine. I gasped because I was afraid for my toes. That's how it goes. Hopefully there aren't 3 7mm screws on here, because we're not getting the 3rd one. Not like this. Supposedly only 2. I won't even bother to look, because I could easily find out while holding it, but reaching it while it's down, not so simple. Alright, the carburetor. That doesn't seem right. carburetor go off to the side like this? Does it go off to the side like this? Huh. It takes probably 8 mils. Actually, they look a little bigger. Nope, 8 mils. They're the exact same size as the 10 mil down here, but okay, if not bigger. It's got 4 of these somewhere. That makes 3 once this one's in. And this is we will need to tune it up a little bit, but not right now. We're gonna try and figure out what ratio air to fuel we're running at first, and then we will get it to 14 to 1 or 14 to 7. What the fuck is the stoichiometric ratio? Spent the whole day doing chemistry homework. We discussed proportions because it's early in the semester and it's a fundamental chem class, but they don't even bother to give an example as important as the stoichiometric ratio. Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh my god. Okay, keeping the 8 mil trend going. Let's put our headers on. You can be my header, baby. Alright. We need to take this seriously. If we don't build this car, my parents are gonna come home and they're gonna be like, you are 20 years old. We left when you were 5. And you still haven't built the fucking car. They're not in great condition. I know. It's as if the car was in better shape before it would be built. But we'll be upgrading. Basically, all these rusty parts will either be painted or will be replaced, which is one of the reasons we could have bought a can of paint when we were there, but I just didn't feel the need. It's a little cold in here. There are 5 8mm. We've only gotten 4 if we got all of them. Like all of these ones. Yeah, those are all in. So that one must be a pie. That's why I don't see why we're doing the carb first. You see what you have done? Good thing I like nuts. You heard it here first. Alright. And then we're going to go ahead and grab an 11mm, and we're going to grab the flywheel. Yay! It doesn't go on that side, it goes on the crankshaft. So it goes on this side after all. Oh, can I get a 9mm maybe? Fuck, dude, 8mm? What do you want from me? It can't be lower. 12mm. That's a 10mm. 12mm. What the fuck is it then? These are apparently smaller than these ones. Okay, I can kind of see that now. Don't rage me for that. The worst part is that we'll be upgrading like all of these parts to the point where we'll have to strip the engine a lot of times, and a lot of stripping will have to be done to it each time, just for some small shit, and a lot of tuning changes across the board pretty much. The alternator is like the only thing that's going to stay constant as soon as we replace the alternator with the better one at least. We have everything we need to get this thing to start, I think. To start at least once, whether or not it doesn't stall immediately as soon as we put it in gear, That's a different story. Okay, now we're going to assemble the gearbox. Clutch plate to clutch disc to clutch pressure plate. All of that, no! All of that connects. You want an angle on you like that? Is that really what you want? Okay. Clutch assembly, 6x6 by 6 by 6 by 6 by 6. Oh, it felt like that key jammed. I got a little scared. I just got this mouse. When I moved, pretty much took forever to get it returned to me. Those ones gone out while playing a game more mild than anything you will ever see me stream. This isn't that mild of a game, though. It is a very stressful game, so this isn't a good comparison for how mild it gets, but you won't see me play something that mild. Because you would be bored out of your mind watching me doing something like that. Alright. Yeah, fucking car. Engine. Yeah, I'm sick of it. Uh-oh. Oh, it came out on my left speaker. I thought something else fell. Okay, we gotta go up 1 wrench. Let's do. There we go. And we're gonna grab this. Is the gearbox. We're gonna grab this. We're just gonna fucking toss it on there. Woo. Should have 8 of these. I'm guessing. here. I don't actually remember what the guide says. Fuck, it just locked. 8. Where am I? But there is another screw or another bolt in here, clearly. For whatever reason, they never seem to mention the drain plug. It becomes harder and harder to pick out the block. Alright, that is the second on the bottom, or the 6th screw. Here is our 7th screw. Here's our 8th screw. Oh my god. I just want to make my car go fast. I just want to go do hood rat shit with the hood rats at the store. Actually, I want to avoid them at all costs because they will drive my costs up in terms of maintaining the car. They will try to ruin it, even if I'm not in it. Even if I park it behind a tree way away from where they ever try to drive, they will try to hit it. Alright, 13mm, that's like almost our biggest one. Whoa. Oh, I think one behind it. Alright, you don't want to lose any oil. okay. We are now going to grab this fucking sexy ass thing, this 1-gear manual gearbox. The clutch is just for cool kid points, really. Trust me. I knew a cool kid once. Okay, let's grab our 10mm first. And let's, Jesus Christ. There we go. Put that 10mm in that hole. Now then, let's grab our 7mm, I think it is. Yeah, we got 6 of these. That's 1, once we get it in there. This is 2. Getting pretty good at this, actually. Really making it sound hard going in, and it's going pretty well, other than like 2 hiccups, 2 pretty much identical hiccups in the last. One of the crashes was my fault, though. Yeah, one of the crashes was my fault. Trying to remember which time the Techno car hit me. I think we've only done 4. Either way, I need to find the block. That makes 3 on the top. Confirm. Confirm. 2 on the bottom. Well, 1 on the bottom for sure. 3 on the bottom. Those are all superfluous. Go down another spanner. We're going to grab the drive gear. This is how you put it in drive. Now it's an automatic. The second this goes in here, right? So this is an impeller, isn't it? Isn't that how that works? An automatic upgrade. This is actually a really cool grill. You'll see why when we go to make our own food. Oh, you know what? If we keep food in the pantry, we never have to leave here except to like shower and sauna and sleep. And actually, we don't even have to leave there to sleep because we can just put this in there. See, we can pick that up, and that's something you can sleep on. That's a backseat bench for the car that we're building. That's what we're doing, by the way. We're building a car, and that is only the start of this amazingly stressful game. And we've only started on the engine process. I promise you, even though this is about to be one of the last parts. Well, fuck me, that was the last part. Did we screw it all the way in? The drive gear. I did that so absent-mindedly. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's grab the 10mm. See, it does have its uses, but it's really not as useful as you think. Here's our 10mm. I am gonna go ahead and actually just fucking drop it on the ground. Fuck you, engine. I'm so sick of your shit. Rotate that bad boy around, and I'm going to make sure that these are loosey-goosey. Alright, let's take the hoist handle. We gotta keep clicking manually. As if this actually is what makes us annoying. We got it! Our journey's far from over, though. But I am impressed by that. It's like the first time I've ever been able to line it up like that. It finally makes sense. Oh wait, no it actually doesn't. I thought it went through this hole just now. Okay, well we gotta trace this one in. Like to its roots. Looks like it went in though, you saw it jump. What would happen if I...
Perkele! Perkele!
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the sauna real quick and get that bad boy. You know what? I think we can do everything we have to do with Wash, other than fully shower. I think we can even reduce stress in here. That is a sauna bucket. We actually really can. You know, unfortunately, we also have to drink the water in order to fuck it up. Look, we live on top of a pond. See that shit? Ain't that some fucking bullshit? So, no, I don't think so. Bullshit. I don't think you can actually electrocute yourself by pissing on something. Let's find out. This is a really bad idea, actually, because we haven't saved since the last time we died. That was when our save happened. But we learned that you do not die for, apparently, so far, you probably don't die from pissing on a battery while it's on a charge.
Voi vittujen kevää!
The electricity is going into it, not out of it. It's still not all the way up.
Voi saatana!
Like I said, stress is up, but it's not even that high yet. I promise you, this is nothing. Alright, let's go take care of those stats, though. And then we're gonna... Apparently, we're actually gonna go ahead and put the engine in. And then I'm going to bed in real life. Alright, it's not enough. That's the best way to test it because this is not easy.
Voi vittu!
Well, you could probably die if you got fatigued in here
Saatana!
and passed out. That was first, but I don't think if you don't pass down. Man, this fucking thing takes so much down one to turn on. Although this might be hot enough as it is. Yeah, we can just go and sit right here. Oh, no, we got the thermometer back here. I forgot about that. It's big. Points west. It is sauna time. It's the Peter meter.
No mitä helvettiä?
The Peter meter. That should honestly be the colloquial term for what that thing does. Measure something via a euphemistic penis. So fancy, right? You say it like that. Alright, we gotta figure out where the motor mounts are on here before we go plopping shit around. It looks like they made stuff a little bit more obvious so since I last played it. That's definitely a car.
Voi vittujen vittu!
Fuck, does this have the windshield in it? Yeah, we gotta be really careful. Oh, new windshield too. If we pull this off in enough time, then I'm not running all the way back over there. Just getting there. Fuck me, dude. It's not even dark out yet. We're already fatigued. Goddamn coffee. I guess I'm late enough for something. We woke up too early, that's for damn sure. We haven't been running around. There's no reason we should be.
Jumalauta!
Fuck, I'm trying to view that without having to go in there. It's just not gonna happen, is it? No, those noises don't sound good. I'm actually more afraid that the car's gonna flip over for no reason. I don't know. The motor mounts are what? 12 mils?
Ei saatana!
Let's go ahead and put the subframe in for 4 10 mils. We already have a 10 mil. Get in my vehicle. Fuck, dude. Let's just get this one thing.
Saatana!
Ooh! There's no fall damage in this game I've ever seen. Right, that's where that one screws in, but where the absolute fucking shit does the rear one go?
Voi vittu! No mitä helvettiä? No mitä helvettiä? No voi helvettiä! Saatana! Voi vittujen kevää! Ei saatana!
Okay, it's gotta be hot enough in here now, right? Excuse me, wall. Good to go. He's got a boner. That's how you know it's hot. Although it should be at least 100 in here for it to be a sauna, right? Because water should boil. We want to be in a room that hot. That can't be right. I must be wrong. Like, these are such a big deal in Finnish culture. Yeah.
Vittujen vittu!
I'm happy being wrong. Oh my god, no. No. Fucking absolutely not. No. Okay, thank God. Thank God we got out of it. We did so much work on the car that I thought we had just wasted it all. On account of getting stuck under the back bench.
Vittu! Jumalauta!
Mix the PP with it. Dilute the PP a little if you want.
Oh, this is Celsius. Okay. God damn it. Oh.
Sorry. That's gonna be a lot of blood. Hopefully I don't get it on the carpet. That's all I'm worried about. Who would? This is in Celsius. Who would want to be in a room this hot? And why can it go even higher? Yeah, first of all, you're not gonna die from a fire because it's got a timer on it. You could pass out in here and die first, sure. It'll be a very savage Alright, well that slowly trickles down. Maybe we can get to it from here. Doesn't look like it. They don't meet the back, do they now? Is that one of the motor mounts? No. That's a loose screw on the engine, I think. And isn't that what that is? There's no way that the motor should not look back. Oh my god, that's a lot of blood. Hold on, I'm sorry. I just felt it running down my leg. That's why I even noticed. The hazards of playing video games, right? If you're wondering how in the fucking hell that just happened, this is where my desk used to have its second connection. You can see it over there on the ground. Well, I sit right here. If I want to lift my knee up to put my foot on the chair, I always run the risk. As you can see, I already scraped it once today. But yeah. Oh, fucking no fun at all. Let me make sure I still have the camera on me now. That's a little low. That is definitely the biggest cut I've gotten from my desk, though. To date, I've gotten quite a few of these, but wow, I can feel the amount of blood running down my leg. Holy shit, I apologize for that. But, cord back off my screen. Am I still on the camera? Good to go. I'm gonna point it back down again now. And then scooch in, lean back. And now it's too low. There we go. I wish the zoom was a little more persistent, but it's not. Yeah, we're still trying to find the other, as long as, yeah, we're still trying to find the other one of these. I forget what size this is, but I know it's the right size. There's two of them, and they should be in the back. I actually have no proof of this. I'm gonna go ahead and hoist the engine back up. I'm gonna lift my leg too, just in case it still bleeds, because holy crap, I do not want to have to clean blood out of my carpet. And then I'm gonna run back around near the place where the drive gear connects. We saw a missing screw right there. Maybe. Yeah, it's obviously not this one. That's my concern. We're going to have to, and I'm gonna use this one simply because it's easier to bring it all the way back down. Floor jack is, oh my god, fuck off, door. And then let's hopefully find a jack point on this. That's not a jack point. I always put it too far forward. Even in real life, I forget that they push forward a bit. But that should do the trick for being able to see it if it's back here. And like underneath. But I am just not. Oh. Yeah. Not easy to find. Not easy to find at all. Alright. Got an inch back. I knew they were there. I knew that much. Alright. Going to drop the engine. Or drop the car. Not the engine. And then, should be plain and simple to get this back in here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a 6mm. And then I'm gonna take this whole thing out with us. As much as I want to keep it close by, I know it'll end up in the windshield. So we got our 6mm. We had failed that one. Alright, the motor mount bolts are 11. I think there's 3 of them. should be 4 of them in theory, right? That sounds weird for this sort of engine. It also seems backwards. Oh no, it's not backwards. We need to push it off a little bit this way. And straighten it out. Relative to the car, which isn't straight. Not more, at least. And let's go ahead and drop the engine. A little bit more. Of everything involved in this. See, that's the other thing. I don't know exactly where it's supposed to screw in. I think these are actually the mounts, so I do now know. The bolts are apparent. So I can't say what I was about to say, which is that you kind of know where they are. They wouldn't just magically appear. That's definitely as low as it's gonna go. Push it forward. Fuck, we gotta lift it, we gotta lift it, we gotta lift it. Gotta keep lifting it. Unfortunately, it didn't do what we told it to do. And we gotta rotate it to the right, push it forward. Alright, now we wanna bring it back. Now we wanna drop it all the way, all the way, all the way now. That's it. Okay, not all the way apparently. Let's back up till it's no longer click clacking. Alrighty. Bring it, rotate it like that. How is that looking? Getting there. We're getting there. Lift it up. Fucking guy. Like your mama. Sometimes I underestimate my own jokes, and then I say them and I'm like, whoa. Why did I say that? And then I'm like, whoa. How did I think of that? Sometimes. Most of the time I don't. That was one of those times. Most of the time. All the time. I just can't fucking get it. Oh, and now the screws aren't even visible. But I guess I had them. Come on, back up to those bushings. Drop it. It's like a dog. Yeah, it's like one in the front. That would go in with the cross frame right there. Should go into there. This should go right into there. See that? This is where one of them is almost on the dot. Drop it in. But the back one probably isn't showing. Oh, on my mama though, it do be kind of showing. Keep dropping it, drop it all the way, drop it, drop that bad boy in there. Nope. Try lifting it one click. Nope. Okay, lift it a few clicks. And push it in. seemed like this was going to go so well. It really did seem that way. And I mean, look at it. It's so fucking close. Just give it to me. Put it in. Come on. The good news is we should never have to pull the engine out. Once it's in there, we should never have to pull it out. And honestly, I wish that we could just put the whole block right on there without anything else. Because the other thing is we can pick up the block in its entirety with all the parts on it that we've got on there right now. But God forbid. God forbid. Anything be easy in this game. I used to consider myself a fairly patient person until I discovered this game. I almost thought we had it. I really did. You want to know the real problem with this? The cross frames underneath the sub is above the sub, is above the motor mount. For it. It's below it, it should be above it. Obviously, it's connected to the car. It just fell off. Yeah. Since it fell off the whole motor mount, we may as well see if we can just drop it right where we need it. Which would imply it can't be right on the ground, can it? See those screws appearing, like right under here? This is where we want it. I know, that sounds so useless right about now, but check this out. Lower this all the way down. That's up. Okay, we're not bleeding anymore, I don't think. Not much. That's good. That's good. It's a little sad. Okay, a little, a lot. Oh my god, we don't have the 10 mil, do we? We have it. We had a 12 mil the whole time. We probably had the ability to screw it in too. God, where is it? It is supposed to be a 10 mil on the motor mounts, right? An 11 mil. Okay. So it still might go in as it's currently positioned. I'm gonna fucking... At least we've got it now, I guess. Right? On the bright side. Yada yada. You don't even need the motor mount. Or the motor hoist. You don't need the crane. Unfucking necessary. Altogether unnecessary, as it turns out. Just stay the hell away from me. We want to scroll all the way down with our screwdriver on these fuely boys. They aren't ticking at all. This is to tune up our air-fuel ratio before we put the rocker cover on. They scroll indefinitely. 1 to 6 definitely do not tick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's bring it all the way down then, I guess. And just hope that we got it all the way down. How many settings are there? 18 total settings. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll get this a little better later on. We're also gonna swap out the rocker itself for better rockers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I at least get the engine built in the car. Now that's mounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's scroll this one all the way in too. That's weird. It doesn't seem to be scrolling at all. Does it? There we go. I'm going to go back and do the second one as well because it didn't seem like it was scrolling in. I saw it scroll out though. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These used to tick starting at the 7th one, which was the correct one, by the way. Fuck off, Grandma. Alright, here we are. We're going to sleep in the middle of the day. Grandma waking me up with a phone call. See how dark it is. Fuck you. I'm not picking you up, you fucking drunk piece of shit. I don't even have a fucking working vehicle. I mean, I do, but I'm not picking you up. Allow me to rephrase. Oh my god. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One. Okay, I don't remember if I know I screwed this one in. I don't remember if I brought it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. one. Yeah, I think I double scrolled up on that one. Gotta get it rounded. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fuck yeah. Should be close to stoichiometric. We'll adjust for better airflow, air fuel later on. I thought we would be able to maintain the charge in there if we kept it on the charger the whole time, but might be one of the reasons the car won't start if it doesn't start our first go. When it doesn't. Alright, we want to swap the screwdriver out now. Dude, always thirsty though. Okay, fine. I'll get you something to drink, you fucking ungrateful asshole. And some food. Does anybody else drink out of their tap like this? I'm surprised that they let me drink out of the tap just like I do in real life. Although I don't really drink out of the tap. I haven't done that since I was younger. Okay, fuel pump. Get some of that pee out of us. We're peeing and we're walking. Woo! This is literally as Minecraft as it could get for pee. Should just be 2 of these 7 mils on it. Okay, we are nearing the end of what I'm willing to do in this stream. We are going to go ahead and fuck, dude. Let's grab the hood. Without damaging it. Dropping it on the ground is fine, but it impacting other objects is a risky maneuver. Like that. That was a really risky maneuver. It should go on basically like that. That should be fine. What more do you want from me? Here, we need to grab the flashlight. I can't honestly tell you where these are gonna land. I think they come in like right. Maybe they come in down here. No, because it opens up there. Fuck, what does the hood take? Need a dick flashlight. It takes 6 millimeters. That didn't work out. My God, get me out of the car. This just isn't working out too well. Like I said, it's hard to work in the dark. This isn't dark. The sun's starting to rise. Maybe it's just starting to set. That would be really bad. In which case, all we can do is sit in the sauna to get tired again. Because we're not tired enough for it to let us go back to sleep. Alright, here's our 6 mil. The screws are going to be roughly around here. Again, it's very hard to tell in the dark. You know what? I think they're actually no. I tried using the flashlight, but it didn't help. Is it wrong of me to really fucking want to die at this point? Maybe... oh my god, there's no light on this side of the house. It's just that. And it doesn't have wheels, so we can't push it inside. Can we really not sleep any bit longer? Thank God. I'm watching my knee there. This is the same shit that caused me to bleed out, to cut my leg open earlier.
Voi vittujen kevää!
I haven't updated this game in a long ass time, so surely a lot of these issues have probably been addressed. But, I mean, it can't screw in over there. Here it goes. It's screwing right here. How many of these 6 mils are there? 4. Okay, there's only one on those. So 2 are done. And then we can infer that they trace that to some distance. See if we can't get it from in the car. Here. Can we open the hood? Ah. No, the hood would just come off if we tried. It's only screwed in the front. Also, you don't open the hood like that. Without a hood pin type hood. Which is why I missed the hood pin already. We need the hood. The hood release. Don't you dare tell me that we don't have the hood release. Isn't it over on the passenger side or something? No, then it should be right near the door. God, it's such a pain in the butt. Oh, I'm really struggling to find it here. I know that there are 2 more. I just want to get those and then I'm going to bed. Well, that and the air filter. Because that's why I had to put the hood on now. It would always be about this dark in there though, wouldn't it? In a perfect world. Well, in a perfect world, it wouldn't be that dark if it was always the same brightness inside.
wasn't the windshield cracking. It somehow wasn't. Oh, I feel like they go along the sides, but they clearly don't. So, if they're not in the front... Ooh, who are you? Peppa. I wanna fucking go, honestly, just fuck myself. They're still in the front, they're just behind the forward ones that are visible. Okay. Now we have to find the hood release. This is why I grabbed the flashlight. And the light from my camera isn't helping either. It's so long. Where's the hood release? Ravioli, give me the hood release. Seat belt. Oh, I definitely just saw that. It's usually like... I'm gonna have to look this up. I've never had an issue with this, with the hood release. Hood release. Hood release. Cannot open hood. Okay, someone in this form is definitely going to tell him. Under the steering wheel. Steering rack goes in right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put in our, that's the passenger seat. I guess it does matter which seat is which. I think these are 10 mils. They aren't. We can actually grab this and put it down next to us so that we can find the right one nice and quick. 11 mils. Did I grab an 11 mil or 12 mil? Okay, 12 mil. 13 mil. There's no way it's bigger than 14. Alright. I'll try 15 just to be safe. No 15. Got the 9 mil. Yep. Went the wrong direction from 10. Not that easy when you can't even see the bolts. I do know where these are because you can really never see them. And the passenger one is, or whichever one you do last, is no easier. Son of a bitch, there's no hood release. I'll put the seat in just for that. Clutch lining, brake lining was last. Clock gauge, an old oil filter, wiring, harness, brake master cylinder, fuel strainer, gear linkage, gear stick,
Radiator hose, then the 3 hoses, car jack, fuel tank pipe, fuel tank, handbrake. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the stock steering wheel. This is a 10 mil. Do we have... Oh, I guess we don't have a steering column in there yet, huh? Can we get a steering column in it? There's the hood release. It has to be possible with the hood closed. Look, bro, you're telling me it's good. But now you're saying it's not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, in theory, we need the steering rack in there too. I guess putting the hood on wasn't a great idea. Okay, we can put the steering rack in as is. 4 9mm make up the steering rack. That's the exhaust pipe, the main exhaust pipe back there. That's too short to be a steering rack, isn't it? Okay, whatever. Grab it. Try not to let shit fall through the ground though. We already have the 9mm. It looks like it didn't hold on. Where did it end up? Cool. That shit screw in before it pops out again. Look at how great my reach is. I really did make this impossible in theory, since these aren't reachable in reality. And since the hood can't fucking open without the steering column, it seems. You'd think that if that's where the hood release is, then it's not actually locked. Hood release in existence. But that's too logical. What does the steering column take? I'm not seeing it on the list. Has to come in after the steering rack. 2 8mm. Okay, we're gonna step down one. Right there. And right. Come on, shut up. Alright. Show me hood release. But just still don't see a hood release. Okay, well, let's continue to make different problems. So I'm sick of that problem. I know, it's bedtime for me. I already said that shit. Oh my god, come on. Yeah, I'm already getting crazy. Hey, at least I knew that was the 10 mil. I'm gonna look at the wiki for this game and look at the hood page, and then I'm going to go ahead and look at I'm sick of picking up this phone. I am unplugging it after this phone.
Hei, tässä olisi saat.
She's so annoying. Her father is an alcoholic, I suppose, but she is still annoying. It doesn't change the fact that she is annoying. I don't want to call me on the phone because she's annoying. No, that didn't add search for just I'm not happy with this, not one bit. Because then it must be some, like, truly non-plus part of the car that has the hood release. That's our handbrake. You know what, maybe we can get the air filter in here without opening this bad boy up at all. Ooh. How you like me now, bitch? Okay, it's got, what, 7 mils? Well, if we get it in there, we don't need to open the hood yet. Not until we get the rest of the car built. Then we'll have to add fluids through it. Well, we still wouldn't actually need to open the hood. Probably get all the fluids in without opening it, ever. So in reality, the hood never needs to open. Until we want to do some upgrades. And even then, we might be able to pull them all off without doing it. Pretty cool. The hood's just for looks. But getting that hood release is so... getting the fiberglass hood with the hood pins is so convenient. Although we still end up with the hood release, which you can pull and still makes a noise, even though it doesn't release the hood. And in theory, adds weight to the car. Or actually, in the game, too, it adds weight to the car. Two by 6. Bam. Right here. Huh, maybe not. These ones. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off some of the front of the car. Okay, we're gonna swap up for a 10 mil. Yeah, look, it's daytime now. What I know, I don't need you as much. These are steering rods. We're looking for the wishbones. Front left. There is one part that's improperly named, but I think it's of the hubcaps, not of these. This is a lot for the car, though. Yeah. Grab this. not rolling forward at all. Lower it all the way. Here, in theory, these are the jack. Well, actually, in theory. We don't have a jack point yet because our subframe is touching the ground. This is not front left. This is a bar. There we go. By the time we get the ratchet set, it's like not that useful. Although I guess we could go for the long game and just save up for that while we're working jobs right from the beginning. Buy our food like we did in our car parts, and then buy the ratchet set before we assemble the car. I don't know why I'm on this set again. That's just the sound of the car aging. Slowly, but slightly loudly. Nothing to be concerned about. It's just the car settling. I guess that's actually truly kind of what the noise is. It is settling. Just not gently. Okay, now we go up 2 steps into a 12 mil. Yeah. One that did it all. For half shafts, right? Yeah. No, steering rods. You can tell us parts out there. I could be wrong, but I think that the steering rods connect to the steering rack. Although that is where tie rods connect. Are these not tie rods? Oh, I think I just saw it. Yep. Yep, I was right. Well, these do have 12 mils each. We don't want to tighten them just yet. As you can see, they're not connected to anything. Gotta get this shit connected for you. Tie them down. Alright, now hopefully they don't pop out while we get everything else ready. Okay, now we're gonna grab our disc brake, 14 mil each, which we don't wanna tighten down. We wanna grab our half shafts too, but let's grab the disc brakes. These are ambiguous for side. It's a nice time to be ambiguous. I don't think we can put those in as it is. I mean, where are they going to connect to? So let's grab our half shafts. Sorry, those are shock absorbers.
I can't get these to position. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the struts because these are giving me a little bit of a pain. Sorry. Struts. Why me? Please go into the hood. Here, you know, it'd be easiest to get them lined up from here. This is the front left strut. Oh no, I keep delaying myself. Well, I think I'll time it for 24 hours. That's just what I do best. Here, let's go ahead and drop this all the way. And then slide it right up on under our wishbone. And then go on back. Grab a disc brake. And mount it. It doesn't want to mount to anything. Sort of like me. Spindle. Front right. There you go, there's the secret. We need the spindles first. Never heard these called spindles, by the way, but that's a cool way to call it. I enjoy. Go ahead and drop it. Alright, the spindles. Meanwhile, take a 12mm. We're knocking this shit out. This took me like weeks of real life time to figure it all out and get it done. My first time, my second time wasn't much better. But it's easy to stop looking at your stats up in the top left and just fucking like not do well at all, really. Okay, now we want to grab our house shafts. Here's our other disc brake. Eat. Shove that bad boy right up on in there. What do you mean it doesn't go like this? I want them half shafts twice as long. I want them to be full. We have the 12mm. That didn't seem to be the issue. I think the bolt size is wrong.
How else do these attach? Three by 9. 1 by 14. I don't know why we're still using a 12 in that case. Just want to get through this easily so I can grab our 9mm. And then once these are on, I'm gonna have to end the stream. It's like 3 a.m. by now, I think. The struts. Once the struts are on, I'm sorry, I'm not even coherent anymore. Apparently, I am not finding our 9mm bolts. I see a set of bolts here, but no nuts. Let's screw onto them. So I'm left to assume that there are actually none to be fucked with. Okay, take our struts. You know what? The half shaft 3 by 9 must be deeper in. Yeah. Get that shit in there before it snaps quickly. I can see it snapping. The vehicle should be lifted, but we don't have the right sort of lift for this sort of issue. Clearly. Okay, let's get this show on the fucking road. Last one. Alright, we got our 9mm. Take our strut, which is beautifully standing up right on its own. We are going to take these 4. Alright, next up on struts is a 3 by 10, which is up at the top. You can actually see these right here sticking up. That's what I was saying. It's going to be a little tricky to install the struts with the hood release missing. Also, I think our hood is now damaged. It's not aligned anymore. Oh, it never really looked all that well aligned. Was it? Well, it's mildewy too. I never noticed mildew before. In my previous runs, I was noticing it was just kind of gross looking. In this run, I swear to God, I'm just gonna fucking piss on the car. You know, I said I wasn't gonna do it. I do that whole shit. Use the fridge. Or is this the freezer on the bottom? Weird. Are they both fridges? Oh, we actually don't really need that. Oh. So it's about being tired and more about how late it is now. To be up this late, not good for me. To fuck up my sleep schedule. 24-hour stream off like every couple of weeks. It'd be a November 2nd only thing for me. Yeah, I probably look really fucking creepy like that, don't I? Give me the nut. Oh, that's fine. Perhaps I can get it from in the car. Oh, so close. Perhaps I can. Yes! It's also the closest one, so it might be a bit trickier. Cool, all done on that side. Now then, we need to go to 9 corner, is it? To get the bottom ones? Yep. We got those on the front left stride when we put that one on. Then we move down to the top one. Oh, there's still a few more parts. Like, we gotta adjust this one, I think. The shared. The one that's shared with the steering rod. Won't lie, this is not a suspension I was familiar with before I started this game. Very unusual to me. In the sense that they go directly into the struts. Maybe I'm just not used to calling the whole thing collectively a strut. Maybe that's what's doing it. Alright, now we need our 12 mil. Oh, I was trying to just pick one at random in the right area. Got the 11. It's not bad though, but I mean, that was the area I was going for. It would be worse if I was lower than that or higher than 12. Just trying to get the first few big ones. 13 would be my first big failure, really. So 11's not bad. Yeah, you know we're almost done. I may as well. 14 millimeter. That's these right here. Pretty well aligned. And then I'm not a big fan of the fact that it's not on wheels yet. But the wheels are spread across the city. Not a single one being here. These are actual factual facts. They used to be here, but not anymore. There was an update that moved them out. Some are in the graveyard, one's in like an abandoned house where you'll probably get killed. Because there's bees. And you're allergic to bees. You find out when you die from it. Maybe wasp. Maybe an even less common allergy. Alright, take a look at that, because we are not going to be taking a look at it. We aren't. Just look at it. Just look at that. Look at that. Look. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Because we're not going to be looking at it until the next time we look at it, which will be sometime late tomorrow, unfortunately. I'll be busy throughout the day. I'll try and squeeze in some streams early, and maybe a short hour and a half or so around noon Eastern time. EST, that is. -5 Greenwich Mean Time, if that's what you're on. Or if you know your Greenwich Mean Time, find Greenwich, subtract 5 at 12 o'clock that time. Today, I will be, Friday, September 20th, I will be trying to get another stream in. But if that doesn't happen, it won't be until pretty late in the day. What's that? No, but like really, what is that? Those are new. Cool. Don't know. Don't care. I think I would start though, just real quick. Doesn't have any oil in it. Probably doesn't have any gas in it either. I'm so glad it didn't start, because the lack of oil would ruin all the parts and we'd have to buy replacements. But the only way to get the replacements ordered is to take all the broken parts out of here and to put them in the van, drive them up to the auto repair shop, and put them one by one onto the fucking table. Unless that's been changed. We're just gonna put that right here, and then we're gonna forget that we didn't screw it in next time, and it's gonna be like a little prank. I'm pranking my future self. What do you guys think of that? Pranking my future self. All right, so you guys are gonna get to see me save, because I never really gone over how you do that. And fuck a beer. Here's the only fucking toilet in the house. Oh, fuck. I was hoping to, cool. And that's a save. Whew.